February. Starting with Bitcoin where we left off, I'm still not sure this is actually wave 4 of 3 or wave 4 of the next leg up, as it were. But in either case, we're seeing a fifth wave at the moment. And we've got a nice clear count again, which is always a refreshing change from some of the markets we look at. I count this as 1. This is the end of the triangle that we saw. So 1, 2. Now we're seeing a third wave extend. So we've got the 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 3, ABC 4 irregular. And now we've got the fifth wave, which doesn't look complete yet. I mean, it looks like we've got a 1, a 2. This is all part of 3. So I think 5 is going to be higher up. So it's looking like around 58,000, which is my original target for this move. May well be sort of right in the ballpark, in fact. Now the question is, what happens then? Now, if this is the fifth wave peak of the move since the low around $4,000 earlier last year, I think it was March last year, then we're going to see a retracement of that entire move, which could be a significant move. It could certainly bring us back 28,000. But an alternative would be that, in fact, this is just one of 5. So, you know, this move here, which I'm talking about, which I'm thinking will end about 58, it's possible we're just seeing the first move of 5, and that this itself will extend as well. I've just been watching a video from Max Wright. I posted in the WhatsApp room. It's on YouTube. It's under the name Contrarian Jude. He's talking about the importance of Bitcoin's market cap now being above $1 trillion. The point being that a lot of large investment companies don't look at things below $1 million because the size of investment they wish to make makes it difficult to. The liquidity is insufficient to trade in that kind of size in markets below $1 trillion. So now that Bitcoin's over $1 trillion, it opens the door to new investments from bigger funds. So that, you know, it's one more step along the road to becoming an established investment vehicle for the whole world, and not just the smaller people. It started with the nerds, obviously, back in 2009, 2010, and then individuals got involved, and we saw the institutions getting involved more recently, in fact, but also I think in 2017 to an extent. So I think, as I say, I think we've got 1, 2. This looks like a third wave. So it could in fact overshoot 58, maybe go to 60 something. But the peak that's coming, I'm expecting to be quite important. But it could be we just fall back, say $10,000, and then we see a third of 5, and that would obviously be quite a pleasant scenario. Whereas a fallback to 28,000 would, I mean, we're still going higher. I think it wouldn't change the basic bullish stance, but I have been taking some more cash off the table. I'm probably going to reduce my holdings by about 25%. It's probably about time, really. I mean, I know a few of you are experiencing a situation where your crypto holdings are sort of rather too large a percentage of overall investments, and that's an issue which I want to correct as this peak gets closer. As ever, I mean, this is a fairly important issue. We've been following this now for, well, since 2016. So please feel free to get in touch if you have any questions, either by direct email or happen to have a chat if it's useful, because you know, what I'm trying to do is help people learn how to trade and go beyond that to securing significant profits is a big part of it. So I know a lot of you don't need to learn. Some of you are more experienced than I am, probably. Well, I've been training to the 80s, so it's I've got a length of time on my side. I think that's about it on Bitcoin. Yes, please get in touch, and I'll obviously be covering this as we go forwards. Right, Ethereum. Looks like we're still in 3 with Ethereum. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th of 3. So it does support the more bullish count, suggesting that Bitcoin might also be in the same place, and that big correction is actually just 4 of 3, not 4 of itself. Again, it'll become fairly clear quite soon, I think. So we're still mounting ahead. Let's have a look at the shorter term here. Right, so from the 4th wave, I've actually adjusted slightly from the previous chart. 1, 2, a similar extended third, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 down to here, and now we're in the 5th, 1, 2. So we're in the 3rd wave still, no sign of a 4 or 5 yet. So again, there's more to come, not necessarily too much more, but there's more to come. before we see a 5-wave pattern completed here. And the sell-off, as I say, it could be bigger than I'm expecting, but it could be of some moment. In any case, obviously we had a pretty massive run. I don't know whether the $1 trillion Bitcoin aspect will make a huge difference, but it could do, of course. I mean, I think people are going to be dragged in, but institutions tend to be fairly cautious. They may feel that the time to get in is not quite at this point, but we'll see how it works out, obviously. I mean, what I try and do is see what the charts tell me. I pay regard to everything else, but it's the charts are my leading indicator. Right, gold remains in this rather weird triangle: A, B, C, D, E. So we're now on the E wave. So if a low is going to come in, this is just a correction as it appears. Although I mean, this count needs revising because right in the third of a third, I think it's looking really good, and this thing hits us, which is completely unexpected. So look at the short-term chart to see whether we can see any evidence that this move is over. From 1760, we have this, looks like an ABC, 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 B, and then a 5-part C, which is a classic form of an ABC corrective move. Also an ABC here, though. I mean, I guess you could count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5, but I mean, it's rather stretching the rules rather extensively. I mean, sometimes the early moves do take on strange forms. This ABC here is, I suppose, a positive of sorts, just you may in fact go high. Let me just look at the fibs on here, see what they have to say. Right, well, I mean, this bounce off the 50% level. I mean, well, it's close at that point, about $1 away from the 50% level. Quite a small move, of course. I think probably this is an ABC also, so what we might see now is just another leg down, and A would equal C probably around 61.8% level, I think. But I mean, it's just not terribly interesting right now. We're sort of grasping at straws, really. No clear sign the move is over. I mean, I'd say the ABCDE nature of the triangular correction, although it's broke the boundaries of the triangle, suggests we're near some kind of low, but we've got no confirmation at all right now. All right, silver still has this 5-wave move up to here, so that's a 5-wave advance. We discussed that before. ABC2, and again, it was all looking pretty good at this point, but just slid back down again, and it's really not too clear what we're seeing here at the moment. So again, we've got the same. It's a more positive picture, but it's still a pretty confused picture. I mean, this could be an ABC correction, A, B, C, bit of a spike there, giving again some hope that we're going to see some kind of rally here. But the actual wave pattern is a bit of a mess. I guess it could be an irregular ABC, A, B, C. That makes some kind of sense. Let me just put them on the chart. Again, it's a fairly messy count, but if this is a 1, then it's going to be an A, ABC, B, C. So I mean, that could form a base, but again, no confirmation. And the other count we have is that it's actually an A, a B, and a C. And then there's a correction with and this is actually the beginning of an A, B, C decline. So that's what this line here is indicating. So I mean, there's support around 24. That's a key level, the low here, and also A will equal C at that point. C would equal A at that point. So 24 is one to watch. I mean, the spike may lead somewhere, but there isn't really much confirmation to take away with us at the moment. Right, on to the equities. FTSE's seen there's 5 waves down here. I mean, the 4, 5 could be part of the 3 in fact, so it could be an ABC, but we've now seen this A, B, C, A, ABC, B, quite small, and what could be a C wave, given the sharp sell-off from the 78.6 fib. This could be the next leg down. It's a bit wishy-washy with this the 4 and 5 here, as I said, and this could be impulsive. It's just this does tend to question that. I guess what we need to see here is one more leg down to make a 5, and that would then confirm that in Elliott terms that the peak is in, and that we could see a corrective rally and then short that, as it were. So we'll obviously keep watching this space because a sell signal here could be quite important at this point, I believe. We could see some quite large falls going forwards, despite all the money printing, etc. That is scheduled, I think. This is how it might look. So rather messy 1, count's not very clear there. 2, pretty clear 3. ABC 4, that's pretty clear. So a 5th wave down to around 6540 thereabouts, 6550. could complete 5 waves down and set the scene for this move I'm talking about. DAX, it's possible this is a 5th wave failure. We had this 3rd wave, ABC 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it failed. So this could be a peak here as well, I guess. Not a very impressive. I mean, no, I can't see 5 waves there very easily. So I'm not. Well, it's a bit of a mess basically. I think, but this would clarify itself probably. Maybe a C wave rally, and then a decline. What I'd be looking for at this point. But I say not terribly clear. The Dow's also keeping us guessing. We had this 5 waves down here. We discussed that before. ABC. That could be a 2. This could be 1 of 3, but massive, great corrective rally. I mean, that could be a 1-2, and that we're now going to go down. But so the peak could be in. This could be the market just doing its thing to confuse everybody before it starts to fall. So I'd watch out for something more definitive. It's all, I say, rather confusing at this precise moment in time. 3, 4, 5. The count is a little bit obscure on the 3rd wave. There's there's one move missing, as it were, because that's looks like a 1. That's 1, 2. That's an ABC, so it's not quite ideal, but it's a pretty good count. And we've also got the ABC here, sort of confirming this is an impulsive move, and it retraced almost 61% of the previous decline. We've now got this 1, 2, 3, 4. Just need one more decline here to make it into a 5, and 1 of 3 that would be. So if we see a low below 13,540 odd come next week, probably that's Monday, where it's been going, followed by a bit of a bounce, maybe an ABC bounce. That could set the scene for a solid 3rd wave decline coming in on the Nasdaq. So at least there is some clarity in the equities. Doesn't need to be confirmed, of course, but I'm looking to sell any kind of bounce there, and I'll make the note in the WhatsApp room that if I do that, and also send out an SMS to those of you who requested those. So today, if I found it useful, back to the report for Tuesday for subscribers. Have a great weekend. Please feel free to get in touch if you have any questions, if I can help in any way. And bye for now. Speak to you again soon.